Hello and welcome to Mollie's Motif. This is Emily and I am really excited today to be putting together my first design team project for Bitten by the Bug 2. I'm now part of that design team and I'm just really excited to get started over there. And the challenge this week is Fall Leaves Are Falling. And so my card that I'm putting together, it's going to be a Thanksgiving card, but I'm definitely incorporating leaves into my project. And I'm going to be pulling from Designer's Calendar. This has great images for every holiday and every season. And on page 36, I'm going to be using this awesome maple leaf. It's just the perfect leaf. The 5-point leaf, and it's got a shadow feature. It also has some fun features. You can do a rounded or a boxed cut. And I almost did the boxed cut. This is what that looked like. I kind of played around with it. But that's an awesome feature, or the outlines, you know, the circle or the square outline. And then, yeah, they have a couple other, well, this leaf and then the shadow. I don't know the technical term for this leaf, but it's one of the, you know, rounded edges, really pretty leaves. But, yeah, so this is a great cartridge for different seasons and holidays, but this is the leaf that I'm going to be working with. And I'm also going to be using, I've cut a matte and a shadow from Elegant Edges, and I always forget about this cartridge when I'm working with mattes, but this cartridge is awesome. I'm going to be using the matte from page 51. I'm going to use the oblong, and I've cut the oblong shadow. But yeah, this cartridge is great with all the different features you can do. You've got borders, you've got frames, you've got, you know, you can make a huge scrapbook page with fancy, you know, elegant edges, as it is stated. You can make your mini books, and then you've got your mats. So just a great cartridge, and I always forget to go to this one when I want to do something a little bit different with my mats. So anyway, if you haven't checked this one out, I would definitely do that, and, you know, add it to your library if you can, because it's a great option. Lots of great options on that cartridge. So anyway, I'll just kind of go through how my layout and everything. I just have a standard A2. That's usually what I do. So yeah, just a standard A2, and it's in kind of a olive green, I would say, you know, fall green color. And I'm gonna just put a matte, just out of kind of an orange, a burnt orange maybe, and then here's my pattern paper that I'm going to be using. I've just cut another mat to go down on the front. And that paper, of course, comes from my favorite of the season, my Doodlebug Designs Happy Harvest pack that I got from the Scrapbooking Queen on Facebook. I love it. I think I'm going to use every single piece of that paper by the time the season's over, because I just love it. So here's, yeah, that's my mats. And then here are the two that I cut from Elegant Edges. And I just cut them at 4 1/4. And I did the shadow, so the shadow will go down first. And then this mat, I went ahead and embossed with the Paper Studio Leaves embossing folder. And this is a fun one. It's got, you know, big leaves on there and different styles of leaves, so I really like that. So that will be just put down in this, well, no, it's going to be up towards the top, because I do have a sentiment that I'm going to put down at the bottom. So that's kind of where that will be placed. And then here are the two leaves that I cut from Designer's Calendar, and I did cut a shadow. So this one is at 3 inches with the shadow. I'll be putting that one there. And I'll be using foam tape to pop everything up for more dimension. So never fail with the foam tape. And then this little leaf I cut at 2 inches with the shadow. And it will go down here too. Something like this. So yeah, that's kind of the front of my card. And then my sentiment, I have a stamp set. It's a Hero Arts stamp set, and it's just a through the year, like like all the holidays. It's got Patrick's Day and 4th of July. There's a happy graduation, celebrate every day. That one's a fun one. Happy Father's Day, Mother's Day. So just all of the different holidays. And then I'm going to be using the Happy Thanksgiving that's down here. And this is how it's stamped. It's really pretty. Really like the font, how it turned out. And I just used some of the same yellow as my Elegant Edges mat up there. And then I did put some brads, you know, on the ends. And I don't know how I do my brads. It's really simple. I first, you know, decide where I want the brad, and then I just poke a hole with my little dental assistant tool from my Cricut toolkit. And then I have brads, I think these are from Hobby Lobby, the Paper Studio. I just have a bunch of brads from there. And then, so I'll just take my brad, if I can pick one up, and now that my hole is already there, I can just guide it through. So super simple. And then, you know, flare it out in the back, make it stay. So super easy to work with brads. I don't use them that often, but they do add a little something to your cards. And I'll be popping this up on some foam tape, because sometimes when you use your brads and you try to make it flat, you know, the back, it's going to be bumpy. But when you use foam tape, it works really well. So that will be how my card looks. So I'll get this all tacked down, and then I'll come back and show you how the rest of the card, the inside, and how everything else turned out. Okay, so here is my card. It's all put together, and I really like how it turned out. I did go ahead and decide to cut out another leaf. I thought that it needed, just for balance, I thought it needed another leaf. So I cut this one out at 1.5 inches with the shadow. So this is 1.5, this is 2, and this is a 3-inch leaf. So those are the sizes. And I did pop up my mat from Elegant Edges on some foam tape, and then all of my leaves are also popped up on foam tape, so there's a little bit more dimension, as well as my sentiment. Like I said, how it works with the brads, that's popped up on some foam tape. So that's the front, and then the inside, I went ahead and just kind of did a simple mat, and then put some more pattern paper down at the bottom, just a little strip of the pattern paper. I cut this leaf at 2.5 inches, and with the shadow to put that down there. And then my little leaves, I found this just a little punch at Michael's, like for $1.50. So I picked up that and just punched those out of this same pattern paper that I cut the leaves out of. So that's the inside. And then my sentiment, the Count Your Blessings, I did grab my Life is Good stamp set from my Creative Time and just use this Count Your Blessings stamp here. And I thought that turned out really nice with the card. And I use my Color Box Chestnut pigment ink for my stamps. And I just think it turned out really nice. It's just a really nice card for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited with how it turned out. And I hope that you're able to join us over at Bitten by the Bug 2 for this week's challenge, Fall Leaves Are Falling. And I am really excited to be posting as part of the design team over there. So, and go ahead and check out my blog. It's mollymugsblog.blogspot.com. I'd appreciate any comments or feedback that you'd have for me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, and we will catch you next time.